Uh, All right. All right. Let's get in. All right, here we are. All right, today we should be working on something else. I'm gonna switch the title. Sorry, we're gonna work on the platform fighter today. I'm gonna work on this sort of keyframe, I guess. I don't know what it would actually be called. Update all the titles. Okay. Hello, hey, Lasco Gita. How are you? Uh, why is Twitch not working? Twitch. Okay, it's good. Okay. So right now we're working on this the platform fighter, and I'm gonna work on the. I'm still working on this sort of keyframe thing. This is the actual just thing I took from it. I took the a screenshot of the game right now, and it's this is actually the maximum zoom currently in the game, and this is what I'm making it. I'm turning it into. I'm just making one shot so I can see how the art direction will actually look right now. But yeah, how and this is supposed to be like how the game is supposed to look. Uh, so everything has to be here: characters, VFX, backgrounds, effects, everything. All good. Work and major errands are over. Looking forward to a long weekend and trying some arcade game. That's cool. It's a good time to relax now. Okay. So basically, right now it's just gonna be a bunch of painting. Um, what kind of arcade games are you looking forward to playing? I'm assuming these are arcade games just in at home. I watched some highlights from Gamescom. They were good. There were some good things I missed. Bubsy 4D Loki looks good. Yeah, that was insane. The fact that they opened with Bubsy. Also, they had the same like exact same thought I did. They were talking about how like he said like at the end he goes Atari. I didn't know that was around anymore. Same here. Did not realize it was still around. Nah, I'm going to an arcade tomorrow, but may practice a few games I have here. Oh, that's cool. It's good that you still have some arcades. I wonder if there's a barcade around where I am. No. Oh my god, these are. It's gonna be like internet cafes, more like that. I guess Dave and Buster's, but that's not like a video game thing. Oh, there's a place. I was expecting I was expecting to write off Bubsy and most things with the modern Atari to be quite bad. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a huge like gamble here. Okay. Internet cafes are still alright. I don't think they have much of a use case if you're settled in a big city. I finally remember a LAN party of Halo at one. Yeah, I think like oh, yeah, I am not in a big city, but I don't even go to these internet cafes. Like I usually just go for Smash tournaments. That's usually where they're held in a bunch of like these. You just go there and play some video games. I think I only remember LAN parties in college. I don't think I was really on that boat particularly because I was a console Nintendo kid. Oh, and for arcade games, it would include Star Rush, the dancing game you saw at MomoCon last year. Oh, Taiko, party games, shmups, beat 'em ups, and platforms. Oh yeah, that one you told me about. Oh, so you're like going to like a oh my god the taiko drums. I remember I played that like with a friend at like an arcade like a in like Little Japan or Japantown when I went to San Francisco, and it's insane. Like I don't know how kids do this so easily. I could not handle it. Neither of us could. College LAN parties also happened on console. Mario Kart Double Dash and Kirby Air Ride supported LAN. That's cool. We only played Halo 1, I think. The Gearbox thing I think did that. I wish it was more common if even if unwieldy. Yeah, they should probably like uh make it a little easier. I guess like is the Switch doing it? I think they are. The Switch is like making it so you can play if you're close together, you can just play. Oh wait, hang on. I gotta get the statue I'm looking at. I remember my favorite game. No, I don't think I ever did. I never got the GameCube adapter for like online. So I guess the last time I remember like doing a LAN thing besides Halo was like Pokemon battling, right? You had it's not LAN, you just have to connect that thing and you could trade and fight against people. Um okay. The last games I know had LAN support were Gundam versus games necessary for multiplayer and Bionic Commando's 3D reboot. I don't consider wireless local multiplayer to count, but it is valid and good. Right. I think my favorite, because like college is so much I played was Brawl. So much Smash. I guess everyone like at that age ended up uh getting really into Smash when they got to college. Get the statue going. Statue's really annoyingly complicated, so I think do I have any games now? Like I don't know, I haven't played multiplayer in a while. It's always just online games these days. And Discord and stuff. You have a statue as a reference? Yes. What is this statue called, actually? It's a statue from India. Or talking about what you were working on screen. Oh, I have a statue as a reference off screen. That I'm using to paint all this. That's where these. It's like a Buddha statue. So right now I'm actually should be darkening this a little bit and warming it up a little bit, not too much. And I'm trying to like just get as much detail. This is like an abandoned monastery sort of thing like that, and like they're in the like a Shaolin monk or Shaolin temple abandoned. So they're like there's this Buddha statue and they're fighting and like it has like the cross leg, right? So they're standing on the cross legs. And that's a platform. That'd be the platform for this stage. That's the idea, at least. So the VFX are also abandoned temple from Street Fighter 4 vibes, but as a platform fighter stage. Yeah, basically. It's just outside. I just like this sort of aesthetic. Abandoned Temple in Street Fighter 4 was great too. I should add like those Neo statues somewhere. Maybe like back here. I think that's closer. I think that's closer than the Sagat stage I mentioned for. Right. There's also the the lying down Buddha stage or statue. And that stage is always good, but I think that we talked about it. I really love the new one, the new one that came out. Actually, I should look at that stage. What am I doing? I need some ideas for like texture and stuff. Let me see. We also want to talk about the VFX here. Um, so this is the VFX, like the hit VFX. They're really very much like Smash, but like an idea I had was like, what if when you hit the VFX, it actually affected the lighting in the stage, like on the character. It's like right there. Uh, the character has like a light that flashes, that reflects the light here, and then this character is backlit now because there's a giant light behind him, so it becomes darker. Right? These characters are supposed to be lit by the same light, but here this character is lit by one light, and this character is strongly backlit, so it really gets a silhouette. I saw that they have a how to make Capcom fighting game characters book, which has released around Street Fighter V and covers a lot of things, but there's only a Japanese and French version. French is cheaper. Yeah, I remember there was like also a game GDC talk. I think not. He mentions the book, but it's just general Street Fighter V, just general Street Fighter V stuff. All right. I think one thing I have to do is I have to make the background here. I have to cut out the background here a little bit more. I didn't like the early designs from Street Fighter V as much, but I think the 2D art translated well. But still, really good stuff. Glad they shared through GDC as well. Right. I mean, yeah, the art, a lot of the Street Fighter V in general was like kind of rough, honestly. All right. Hey, what is going on? My computer is like flying. Yeah, but Street Fighter V had a bunch of problems with the polish. It was just so like, it was rushed, right? I think it was rushed. Is the best way to put it. Hmm. My computer's still running too fast. I'm gonna have to like okay here. Okay, I think we're good. I think it lowered enough. But I do want to. Okay, so now it's a little better. Now you can it like from a distance you can see that this is a platform because it's kind of pushed outwards. Did you give a few quick matches a look? I did. I did look at that. It does have quite a bit like in common with this game, but I think the main thing is that it's still I haven't played it, but it's still like very close to Smash. You know what I mean? It was something I've been meaning to talk about, probably in a short or long form video, like movement. Um, I don't want to make this game or any game like really close to Smash at all. I don't want like the jumping to feel like it. I don't want the dashing to feel like it. I don't want you to be mostly doing like I don't want it to look like Smash when you're playing it. And that's something I got from a few quick matches. It very much looked like Smash when you're playing it. Right? It was like aerial to aerial to aerial to finish. Even with the air dash mechanics, it wasn't like as integral. It felt. That's how I looked at a few quick matches. But wait, let me like. That's how I felt. You know. Also has a bit of like Rushdown Revolt in it, right? Actually, you know what? Scratch that. I think I didn't see like enough matches. It very clearly uses a lot of the. Yeah, okay, no, it's very integral. I think I didn't see a good enough match. But I remember what's his face? Or was it Rushdown Revolt? I actually was there pretty early on with Rushdown Revolt, and because it was like billed as like Guilty Gear and platform fighter, and you know that interested me. But I was like, what's the word? It wasn't what I was thinking. Was the thing, like it was like too much of a combo heavy thing, right? Because I didn't like that. I didn't want like more combo monster games. I wanted a little more back and forth, a little more interesting, at least from my perspective. Uh, the game is fine though. I remember Rushdown Revolt being fine. Did you like a few quick matches? Oh, I know a lot of people have strong opinions about games looking too much like Smash. I do think it's important to be distinct, but it isn't as important as people say. Oh yeah, I'm not knocking it for that. I don't think like it's a problem for a platform fighter to look like Smash. And also I was completely wrong. I did not watch enough of these matches. This game looks more like Rushdown Revolt. I just think like I didn't want to do that because originally when I was making this platform fighter, this this platform fighter was supposed to be Brawl 2, right? Because I used to play competitive Brawl, and I wanted to do that game. I wanted to make okay. I'm gonna. They did Smash 4, and that was different. And I wanted to go like, let's make the competitive Brawl, and then make take that and make Brawl 2. That was the original idea. When I wanted to make this, but then over time I was like, you know, I don't want to be constrained with Smash. Um, so I decided to really go far afield. I wasn't responding to you specifically since I see a lot of that in discourse, but should have been more pointed. Yeah, no, it's no problem, no problem. Yeah, the general thing I have is that the only real way to get out of this like looking like Smash, like it's more of a casual thing, right? People who use Smash clone are like kind of are casuals. You have to appeal to them, so it has to be pick up and play. I think personally, it has to be different. There has to be something weird about it. I think Brawlhalla, as soon as you pick it up, it just feels different. Multiverses, I'm pretty sure it was the same way. It just felt different. Within a few seconds, you find out what you can and you can't do, and how the game is played. I haven't gotten a few quick matches actually. I have the time to wishlist and document a lot of platform fighters, but not time to play or pay for them. Yeah, that's I also can't really play any games. I just have to do this. Um, or I have to. I'm going to do this. I should probably get into. I want to get Rivals 2. I never played Rivals. Well, no, I did play Rivals 1. Not much though. What do you think of Rivals 1? Oh, sorry, Rivals 1 or 2, any of them. Uh, did you have any experience with that game? I'm not sure if we ever talked about this. The last platform fighter like games I've gotten were Nasby 1, got it late, Dare, Cross Impact, and Nair. The ones I played most is Declines Drops. I saw Declines Drops. I don't think I ever really looked into it. I kind of see it, um, some videos about it on the feed, but I never actually played it or really looked into it at all. It looks like a lot of his single player versions of the Smash games or like the platform fighters. Decline, I actually have Rivals 1 as well, but mainly mess around with Workshop and tutorials. Declines Drops isn't a platform fighter, but has a lot of DNA from them. It is a platformer. Okay, I see. Possibly my favorite game of the year, but not finished yet. Oh. You know, if I ever played games, I should probably play this. That's, okay, yeah, it reminds me of like Subspace Emissary as well. Um, did you ever play Celeste? Uh, I think I played a little bit of Celeste. I never, again, if I ever play games, I never play games, and if I do, I don't finish them anymore, unfortunately. Um, I haven't like played. I seen like Celeste is a good Pizza Time. What was that? Oh my god, I forgot. Forgot the game. Pizza Time Tower. Pizza Tower. That's another that's another platformer. Um, Celeste was another big one. I haven't played Celeste, but I liked Towerfall from the same devs. Oh, I don't know what Towerfall is. Towerfall. Oh, okay. Oh wait, no, I did hear Towerfall. I think I played this with the like friends a long time ago. My friend was really into this, so I played it with him. This was like you could fight each other, right? Never played Pizza Tower as it had no demo, but I played the demo of Anton Blast, which was very good. Both are similar to Wireland 4, right? I never played the Wireland games. I kind of skipped them at the time. Anton Blast. Basically, all the games I mentioned, the last few comments are on my list to buy. They're all very good. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, this guy's Anton Blast has a fun style too. It's a very Saturday morning cartoon sort of thing. I should let me see. What are the comments? Not comments. What are the games? Celeste, Pizza Tower, it's Decline Drops. I don't remember like Super Meat Boy 3D is coming out. I'm just looking for like platformers that end up coming out. If nothing else, a download of some demos isn't too much of a time sink and costs nothing. There are too many to choose from, but it can inform you at least. Right. Demos also I haven't seen in a while. Or at least I don't get them like advertised to me as much, you know? That might be my fault. Alright, so I'm gonna do a couple things. So this is supposed to be like I'm gonna try to wing this. I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm gonna try to wing it. Decline Drops had a demo at one point. Not sure if it's gone. Let me check actually. Declines drops. Yeah, I don't think it has a demo anymore. Fun though. Looks fun. But have you played Rivals 2? I think you said you messed with Rivals 1 back here. Because I haven't played. I'm interested in Rivals 2. Just like I need to get like the feel of these games. Magenta Horizon is another strong 2D action platformer spectacle fighter. Oh, spectacle fighter. It's in a bundle with Decline Drops. I have to like look up a more modern, successful 2D games to see what they're doing. Huh. Oh, Shovel Knight. Obviously, Shovel Knight's a big one. That was a while ago, but I'm looking at the Magenta Horizon launch trailer. Okay, I can see. That's an interesting art style. Very creepy. My laptop couldn't handle Rivals 2, and it's more pricey with less stuff for the time being. I have barely got into Rivals 1 and never played a spin-off, so Rivals 2 is way off. Right. Rivals 2 obviously is not going to come with... I think they were talking about making workshop and stuff, but that came later. Shovel Knight is a whole series now. It even has a platform fighter, doesn't it? Yeah, I think it does. Was it 3D actually? Shovel Knight. What was the... There was a Scythe character, I can't remember his name. Death Knight? Reception, Accolade, spin-offs. Pocket Dungeon. Dig. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it had its own platform fighter at one point. That got really big. That was a huge thing. So what I want to talk about with VFX actually, I watched Sakurai's video about VFX, and he was talking about like the basics were like actually he had like a bunch of things. Like there was a flash, like a big bright flash, for like a one frame or very short time, and then he has like the actual hit impact spark, and then there's like a shockwave or smoke, and I'm trying to make everything in that like for the fundamentals and then add stuff. I was like gonna add like blood spray because you know what happens in platform fighters is the hit spark in Smash, it does show the direction you are supposed to be shot down at, not where you're actually gonna be, but where you're supposed to be shot down at. So I was thinking like, oh, maybe I can do like a blood spray since this game is supposed to be a little more adult. It doesn't look good though. It really doesn't look good at all right now. Because here it looks a little cartoony. I might have to make it a little more realistic, like a realistic spark explosion. Shovel Knight Showdown is a platform fighter. Seems to be health based and have a lot of variation. Shovel Knight Showdown. I guess they can. They have so many characters. Well, okay, so we have like Shield Knight, Shovel Knight, Death Knight or Plague Knight, Death Knight. There's tons of characters actually. I think you play some of them. Or you can play some of them in the original Shovel Knight. What else has Yacht Club done? Oh, games. I guess. View all games. Shovel Knight. Okay, so we have Mina the Hollower. I think I've heard of. Yeah, I've seen this. Okay, yeah, Mina the Hollower. This showed up recently. Shovel Knight, Shovel Knight, Shovel Knight, Shovel Knight, Shovel Knight, Shovel Knight, Cyber Shadow. A lot of Shovel Knight, and they really capitalized. That's good. Cyber Shadow. What is Cyber Shadow? Let me see this. Like a ninja game. Oh, it's like a Ninja Gaiden sort of. Yeah. Very similar to Ninja Gaiden. Like the style is completely different from what they usually do. That's interesting. So in this game, actually, I wanted to make it like I want to make it 2D and get all the aspects of like the advantages of 2D, but I wanted to make it look like a 3D game, so it had all the effects of a 3D game. I wouldn't be able to do that if I started a 3D, if I made a 3D game now because I simply don't have the skills. So I'd be learning while I'm working on it. But if I do in 2D, I can make it look like 3D. That's big reason. That's like the practical reason I'm I'm using 2D, but like the main reason is because I like 2D better. I like how it looks. You have more control. Okay, I'm gonna do a little guideline for myself. So I'm gonna make a grid. I think Yacht Club started publishing with Cyber Shadow and Mina, but they still focus on 2D games. Oh, okay. So they're publishing them. By comparison, 505 published anything that has ones and zeros. Yeah, they really have they really hustled. All right. It's cool they took that like success and made it into like they're helping I guess hopefully helping other indie devs. So this statue has to be like way more destroyed. What's this game you were talking about? Nair and Dare. I've heard of them. I, what was it? Not the game. Oh my god, getting hair removal. Okay, I remember this logo. I don't remember the game. Oh, so they only have one attack, Nair? Oh, it's a little tug of war thing. Are there any gory games that you're aiming to recreate the appeal of? Man, I might talk about it like that, but I'm actually just trying to make something. I'm trying to make something cool, and I think like blood is something I haven't seen in a platform fighter. Like, I don't want to make Mortal Kombat. I'm not trying to make everyone's heads fall off, or like do anything like that. Maybe like Samurai Showdown, like as the game goes on, that's where like Samurai Shodown has like a big blood spray. Um, that's what I saw it from. And as the game goes on, you get more bloody. And I thought like maybe that's as far as I go. I can name a platformer fighter with gore if you want me to name them. Sure, you can name them. With Dare and Nair, I aim to have basically every platform fighter that exists on Steam, Itch, Game Jolt, etc. Damn, that's cool. That's admirable. Cause I like I sometimes buy games just to support them, like support fighting games. I haven't done it in a while. Um, I might buy Fatal Fury, the new one. Yeah, but sure. Should I hit? Tell me a platform fighter with gore in it. I remember like Darkstalkers has some like funny gore. I think Sam Show hit a great balance, but I understand some later installments have less blood than others. In part, as gore is actually a resource hog. Hmm. Yeah, it makes sense. Like blood splatters, particle effects, having to keep track of where and when. Yeah. On Switch, I probably own most of the platform fighters. That's good. What's this other game? So, is your like favorite genre platform fighters, or is that just like kind of a thing you like? And I'm gonna right. I was making a grid. Very carefully make this grid. Duplicate it. All right. Now I'm gonna Control A, Control J. All right, I have a good one. I think the actual thing is right here. All right. I think my favorite genre is action platformers, and as I like fighting games, Platform Fighters combines most of what I like in one. Yeah, I like I guess my favorite genre is gonna be it's a cop out. It's a massive cop out. Action adventure. Only because I like Zelda. Um but I like the older styles of games like excuse me, Platform Fighters and the older action adventure games. Oh, yeah, I think I was talking about like Darkstalkers has like the funny gore where like it's not blood, but like your head gets cut off or your body gets cut in half, and it's kind of goofy. It's done in a goofy way. I was this close to saying my favorite genre is action. Action adventure isn't the biggest kappa. Yeah, I guess. But it's just like I remember how people talk about genres. It's kind of inconsistent, and like action adventure was this like for such a long time. People just put everything in action adventure, because I guess there was a lot of games coming out like that. I I remember like stuff like you have Western RPG, JRPG, ARPG, like a different TTRPG. What's the top down, like the isometric ones? It's, what are they called? No, that was RTS. I remember just people talking about genre, like what genre really is, and the arguments and stuff. It probably still happens. I'm just not clued into it anymore. Combo Devils. It really looks like it's swinging for the fences at least. You know what I'm gonna do? Actually, I'm gonna have to do this differently. I'd do it like this. I think Combo Devils like it certainly has the polish down, so I'm interested to look at it. Like, look how it compares. But I think I just stopped talking. I have to work on like just stopping talking. This is very annoying to get the perspective right. Okay, now I have that, so I can do this. It's properly done, mildly in perspective. It's like these are like evenly spaced out now. I like that You know, it's interesting. I like that N64 era thing is starting to come back into style. Because in one of J- Jingo's, I think his name is the guy, the fox guy or the dog guy. He has an N64 esque skin. I really appreciated in Mario 64 that they no Mario Odyssey that they brought back an N64 skin. That was very interesting. So now I'm gonna start drawing. The bloody platform fighter I own is Chop from Cubic Games, publisher. I think Nidhogg and Jump Gunners are relevant. Broforce may count, but need to check. I remember Broforce. That was like the one you jump around shooting. Oh no, this one. Okay, I remember this one. There was oh my god, there was a game. My friend told me like a long time ago. There's this game. Oh, Soldat. That was it. It's not platform fighter really, but this is 2002. All right. Game. Like, was this a violent game? I think there was like blood and guts, like, but it was like it's very very cartoony. So or very simplistic at least. I mean, yeah, there's like blood and stuff, and yeah, people explode into bits. Yeah, so that's kind of gory. Soldat, Soldat, but it's a shooter. It's not like a platform fighter. I remember Broforce. Broforce is pretty funny. Nidhogg was great. Actually, that was also an influence for this game because I wanted to emphasize like the horizontal tug of war situation. Um, Also, that was one of my ideas. Like, it was. Do I like the space? Space. So the idea was like, I had an idea for a stage where like you would have your stage here, and then you would have like two walls, and you would start here, and you know how in Guilty Gear there's a wall break. So I saw that and I was like, okay, you hit a wall break, and you're sent to a stage that actually has a ledge, like Nidhogg. And so you have to go back to the original stage. Like if you're like player one, excuse me, player one, player two hits you into this stage, then player two has to go back here, and then go all the way over here and do another like ledge stage, and then he can knock them off the ledge or kill them. Like, so that's what I got like that idea from like Nidhogg. Very interested in that. So it'll be like an alternate stage type. Like this is just here, and then there's like the blast zones. Let me see Chop though. I haven't looked at Chop. Game. I think platform fighters are disproportionately licensed game based on family-friendly stuff, so they basically tend to have less gore. That being said, original games like SF scaled back on details. Right, I think people again, like people saw wildly popular game like Smash and just try to copy it point for point. So like, oh, let's put there was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one. Sony had theirs. Multiverses, obviously. There's probably another one I'm missing. Chop Cubic Games. Oh, oh, this is interesting. It's like straight up Killer Instinct. Can't seem to find a lot on it though. Let's see, where is this game? Probably it's probably because I'm using SF3 Second Impact has some blood, which Third Strike is missing. It didn't come back until SF6, sorta. To be fair, Street Fighter usually made it restricted to win screens or defeat screens. Right, yeah, there's like the beat up stuff in Street Fighter 2, where you're really beat up. And now they have like in-game battle damage that you can turn on and off. Oh, Nintendo Switch. Yeah, the instant. Oh, wow. Fatalities and stuff. So this is like a lot more like Mortal Kombat stuff. That's interesting. I might do like a brute. I think I would go for like a brutal martial arts movie. Like there'll be blood on the floor and stuff. But it won't be like the focus. It's just I just don't want just a cartoony sort of hit effect like Smash. I want it to be a little harder edged. Oh, I have water. I remember they were never as brutal as the first one. The Street Fighter Lost Portraits were never as brutal as the original, as like Street Fighter 2. I don't remember. Like, let me see Street. If you ask me, I want more games to be blatantly goofy, like Street Fighter 2 and Smash 64 in gameplay. Bring back the electrocution skeletons, yes, and the fire. I like those. They're very creative. think we lost a lot of like the a lot of creativity. It might just be because it's hard. It's too hard to like do all of that stuff accurately in a new game. Because 3D is a little harder to deal with. And it requires more time. So I'm going to. So this is gonna have its own This is gonna have its own. I guess there was like this huge what's the word? There was this huge boom of fighting games. So there's so many different things going on and different ideas being tried out. Did you ever play Virtua Fighter? I remember playing very old Virtua Fighter, like Virtua Fighter on Sega Genesis, like when I was really young. I think it was Virtua Fighter 2. But I don't think I played it since. That's like the least. It seems like the least goofy game, but then you see like Kage, I think, the ninja, like do the gigantic Izuna drops, and like it's really funny. There's also moon physics, I think, in VF. Oh, you know what game people like don't really talk too much about now is like DOA in terms of the fighting game. DOA 5 I remember was like pretty well received, but DOA 6 kind of soured it, I guess. I don't think I ever played DOA. I should probably get it. I don't know how it stacks up. It just kind of sucks that like the only 3D games now is like Tekken, and then VF kind of is coming back at least. It's about how difficult it is, but also the contrast with the art style. When I think about it, Street Fighter 6 added electrocution skeletons just for Ryu's super cinematic and some specials. They didn't add it for Blanca? That's weird. That's what I remember it from. You just spam lightning with Blanca. But imagine the super cinematics are like so bespoke and stuff. So they have a lot of like leeway or a room to do stuff there. Spend more time there. This floor is gonna take a while. I'm gonna have to like really destroy I imagine Blanca must have the skeletons, but thought to check Ryu first time as I see him more, right? I guess I can just look up the grand finals. Evo grand finals. Kakaru and Mena. Uh, right there. Oh, he does. Okay. Yeah, Blanca does have the skeletons. It's very like short though. Not as extreme. As for 3D fighters, Evo had a video of all of their indies. It was better than the IGN video and had a 3D game or two. I believe I did see the Evo video specifically for the indies. Yeah, I did see this. It was pretty. It was good. I did play VF first on Saturn Dreamcast at a relative's. I didn't understand the appeal, but later on the free to play VF on PS5 and VF2 on Genesis. Yeah, I think I only ever played VF2. Yeah. I don't I remember like cuz I would go back to Pakistan and they'd be playing Tekken, but that was years ago. I didn't know how it blew up so much now. Um but Tekken was mostly like Tekken Tag, I believe I played a couple times back when I went to Pakistan. This was like when I was really young. It was pretty fun. DOA, I only really played the demo of the 3DS game, but I tried a bit of DOA 5 Core Fighters. Yeah, I never really tried those games. I should really look into them. Um, I just don't play with many 3D fighters. Like I play Tekken and that's it. Really. Um, I used to play Soul Calibur, obviously, but very casually. Much more times I played Tekken. I'm gonna make like like it's all broken up. Let me see. There's like some reference for monastery training grounds. I guess I'll try monk. So I can look on the floor and you can see like there's like these places where they've completely broken the floor. So I think like right around here is where the game is played at the bottom. So I was gonna write like a bunch of broken stuff. Like they've been doing this for so long. I want to put like another one right here, another statue, but they're like way more broken. So like there's broken up pieces at the bottom, and like the stand is kind of all that's left. You can't. These are on platforms, so you can't get on them. But it'd be like there were 3 of them, and then that's the day before. I should statue looks way too clean. It's an hour and 30 minutes. I'm gonna take a 5-minute break. I will be right back. I'll be back at like 2:33. So I'll be right back. When the world needed him most, he came back. Alright. Yeah, I was talking about DOA. This was really just known for like the big titties, and now it's like the beach volleyball version. Kind of what's left. Soul Calibur was really fun as well. I only played it as like an arcade once, Soul Calibur 2. Of course, we had the Soul Calibur 2 for the GameCube with Link, and that's like him and Killick were the only ones I played. Nightmare 2, but mostly Link and Killick. Mm. Who are your mains in fighting games? I have I play Fox and Marth for basically all the Smash games. Street Fighter. Actually, the volleyball game has sort of been replaced by its successor, a visual novel which only has Hanoka from the DOA cast, but a lot of DOAX characters. Oh, I didn't know it was a visual novel. Makes sense. I have my mains are Fox, Marth, and Street Fighter is like Cammy, Dudley. Dudley was fun. Ibuki. Like this is throughout the series. Tekken. I played very little bit of Tekken. Or no, I actually played. I used to play a lot, like, but that was in college. Raven. It's only T5 though. Didn't really play Virtua Fighter that much that I can remember. Gear GG is gonna be Chip and Biken. What other games are there? Street Fighter or like a Evo lineup. Grand Blue didn't play Grand Blue. Mains, I've played a decent amount Captain Falcon and all the Smash games with Wario, Dark Pit, and Core in later games. I also played DLC characters. Oh, I played some Sephiroth. I was interested, so I also played some DLC. King of Fighters. You probably guess I played my Kyo K Dash. But I'm not very good. I want to get good at this one. KOF 13. What other games are? I haven't played Mortal Kombat much. Even as a kid, obviously I didn't play that much. CVS 2. I guess that's as far as I know. Street Fighter games, usually Ryu, Ken, and Guile, since they are everywhere, but I also played Gouken, Seth, Sean, Makoto, and Remy. Man, that's a lot. Gouken was a cool addition, I thought. It must have been annoying to get him for like Street Fighter 4. Remy is an interesting one. Actually, I don't see a lot of Remy's. Did you play Third Strike Sean or like the good Sean in Second Impact? KOF, I should experiment, but mainly play Kyo, Terry, Iori. And the protagonists. Kyo, Terry, and Iori. I never played Second Impact. There's your answer. No. You are struggling. With that, Sean. Makoto's good though. The ones outside will be bigger, so like this. That's it. Oh. I'm probably gonna only gonna like detail the bricks from like a certain amount of time, and then let it go into the fog. I'm an ascended master, ascended master. Wow, casual tryhard in most fighting games that aren't Smash, so I only benefit so much from playing a stronger character. I mean, yeah, but you know, you can get some wins that way. It's a valid strategy. I have no I can't commit anymore to fighting games. Like I thought we talked about how long it takes to get good or get mediocre. Ah, don't have the patience for it anymore. Oh, also, I've been working on little something. Where is he? I actually have been working on like a little pixel art Charlie in the Street Fighter 3 style. I don't know how well this will show up. This is just like a trace over of his regular sprite, one of the frames of his idol. I might animate the whole thing, but it was just because I did this like these. I don't know. You might have seen these. Like I don't like these at all. They're really bad. Uh, it's like my first attempt. Like this is supposed to be Rolento's pose. That's supposed to be Aeon's pose, but it really isn't. I really didn't have the commitment for it. There's too much detail, too many colors. It's not really well thought through. Neat. Thanks. It's. So I'm trying to recreate it as if, I'm actually taking it seriously. And I think for like a what's the word? For a comparison, this is how it looks, the sprite looks if I just downscale it. It looks like that if you just downscale it, and then the pixel art looks like that. So that's how that looks. That is fun. Oh, no, I don't need that. Right, okay, keep going. No, that's where it's supposed to be. Fuck. Okay. These are gonna be really boring. I might just go into the painting of the statue because otherwise it's gonna get really boring around here. Um, so this is just. I think this is supposed to be like a Japanese temple, but this is a Indian Buddha statue. So I don't know if this is a Buddha statue. I should probably research this stuff, but this is just like supposed to be a concept piece. I'm gonna add some like the atmosphere down here is just to separate it and move it backwards. But it's a little too far right now. So it went a little too far. It looks like it's blending into the actual background back there. Also has a lot of fog. I think if I get this down, have you watched any good animes recently? Last Gogeta? I remember I had a list of like my favorite animes ever. Somewhere. I remember being this far back. Oh, it was this far back. Oh my god. Sorry, one second. I watched the whole of Serial Experiments Lane recently, but haven't rated it yet. Oh, I haven't. Still haven't watched Serial Experiments Lane. I should. I should probably get on that. It's very. It's like a classic. My list right here is gonna be like End of Evangelion. It also includes like my favorite animes of all time, including anime movies, is and Evangelion, including End of Evangelion, Akira, Girl Who Leapt Through Time, Metropolis 2001 anime movie, Ghost in the Shell 95 the movie, Cowboy Bebop the show, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, Samurai X, uh, Trust and Betrayal I think it's called, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and Redline are like my top 10. I tend to be fond of anything that Yoshitoshi Abe contributes illustrations for. So I've seen Welcome to the NHK. He only did the novel cover, but there's a manga and anime. I've also have Technolize and Habane Renmei. I haven't heard of Habane Renmei. I have heard of Welcome to the NHK. That was pretty big a while ago. Oh, I've seen this. I've seen like screenshots of this. Okay. The characters in the city of Glee, a walled town with a single gate through which only mysterious are allowed to enter or exit. I have a hard time remembering movies, but Summer Wars and Read or Die must have been OVA were quite good. I remember Read or Die. I haven't seen Summer Wars. I probably should see Summer Wars. It was made Summer Wars was made by somebody. Is that like the Gainax artist? Mamoru Hosoda. Okay, yeah. Okay, yes. Yeah, Girl Who Leapt Through Time. Yeah, that was it. That was what it looked like. What else did he do? He did like a bunch of films. Wolf Children, Boy and the Beast. Mirai, I didn't watch his later stuff. Yeah, Hosoda, Hosoda. It is Hosoda. Who made the Ghost in the Shell movie? That guy is like very famous for dreamlike stuff. Mamoru Oshii. Yeah, he was like well known for Angel's Egg, Pat Labor 2. He did a Jinro. I'm overdue to finish Gurren Lagann, so maybe I'll split it across the weekend. Gurren Lagann was fun. It was a strange, like it was a crazy show. I guess it wasn't Trigger, right? That was Gainax, but it was them at their finest. Tengen Toppa, Gurren Lagann. I have Death and Rebirth from Neon Genesis Evangelion on my desk. That's the second thing to watch in the series, I believe. Yeah. There's the original series, and then Death and Rebirth was supposed to be the ending, like the last two episodes, and then there was the end of Evangelion, which I guess is like after and like or was like a similar thing. It's supposed to be like a retelling. Sorry, an alternate ending, even though they come to the same conclusions. But End of Evangelion was great, especially if you watch the entire show. Um, I saw Evangelion a while ago. I think I'll remember enough for DNR and End of Ava. Yeah, you should watch. You should watch those. End of Ava is so good. It's like unique still today. It's everyone like I said, I shouldn't say, but it's very good. Not sure to make of the remake movies. It seems they're pulling an FF7R. Only they did it first. If it's spoilers, if it is spoilers, don't over explain. Okay, I won't over explain. But I didn't like the. I did not like the Evangelion remake. It just. It was too. It was the same thing like the FF7 remake. It's just that like. It was made. It feels like it was made by different people. That's the main thing. Different, more well-adjusted people, which is kind of the which kind of takes away from the point of the series. But apparently, the remakes are really popular. They got Utada Hikaru to make the music, so it was great. or do some of the music. Add this like griminess to the statue. It's been here for a long time with rain and stuff. It sucks because the animation was generally very pretty in the new Evangelion movies. Some dubious CGI, but one of the lead creators of the remake movies was at Hyper Japan that I attended in July. He got a big audience, but I was a little miffed that he mentioned the team were using AI. Probably Gen as part of the workflow. Yeah, it's getting like a little, yeah, it gets harder to tell. It like animation is gonna probably get hit with AI a lot because there's a lot of like labor intensive stuff that they're gonna use AI for. Probably coloring at least, which sucks. He doesn't work on small projects, but still, do you have any favorite openings for any anime? Oh my god, openings. Openings are Cruel Angel Theosis for Evangelion is a classic, but Thundercats, if you count that as an anime. Favorite openings. For me, one of my favorite openings was the One Piece is opening 3, which was one of the last times they exclusively used 2D art and did massive panning shot of the Going Merry. You know, I really liked the One Piece rap. I know it was a lie, but the One Piece rap was really good. We Are is also really good, but the One Piece rap is like 10 out of 10 stuff. It was so memeable. I'm trying to think of like a different like opening I remember. Rock the Dragon is pretty amazing. It was like an American only version of the DBZ one. One Piece rap is unironically catchy. 4Kids Cooked. I know. This is good. And they kept it for a long time. What if they still have it? They probably don't. Sometimes 4Kids could do well. I'm gonna look at opening 3. Have you heard of the German One Piece opening? That's probably the best original opening for One Piece. I have not. I'm watching opening 3. I'll I'll look at the German one after that. When I say original, I mean not a dub with the JP one. I like the 4Kids one, but it's still a bit out there. Yeah. 4Kids was I wouldn't even say they were hit or miss. They just like they missed all the time and like twice they hit. I remember the Yu-Gi-Oh dub was really good. I'm pretty sure 4Kids did that. Oh yeah, there is a giant shot of them going Mary. Okay, yeah, I could see that. Let's see, German opening. Oh wow, it's a different song. Rock guitar. Oh, they totally changed the song. Oh, this is a great song, actually. Add some texture to this guy. Yeah, Germany went harder than they needed to. Same with 4Kids. Just leaving the original song is enough usually. Right. And this is really good. I always love rock guitar in these. You know what? Speaking of which, I remember like the anime openings. I guess I don't remember that many, but I remember the SWAT Cats opening because it was all electric guitar, like rock guitar going, and then there was I said Thundercats, and so Darkwing Duck had a great opening. You heard Germans at their best. If you want to hear them at their worst, try this German Naruto opening. Worst, nice. Okay, Naruto is. Oh my god. This is why is this in English? If you believe it. Oh my god. This is terrible. What happened? Is this real? It seems real. Actual footage of Germany betraying Japan in the Axis Union. The German opening of Naruto is what people who hate the One Piece rap imagine that it is. Yeah. Oh my god. That's like what you would expect from like a terrible dub. Like people just didn't know what they were doing at all. um I think the best commercial. You know, one of the ones I didn't watch. I like the Zelda Link to the Past one where they're all dancing. That's a great one. For video games, Smash the original like Smash 64 commercial where they were like they're beating each other up randomly after running through a field of flowers. That was great. Uh, was that it? Was there like a? I don't remember like professional dubbing being that bad. Um. Oh, there was one like way back in the day though. I guess the Gundam Wing dub. I liked it. I had no problem with it at the time, I guess. But like looking back, I guess it was pretty bad. It's fun though. It had its charm. I imagine a lot of people were watching fan subs, but the televised opening had a big impact on audience for these shows. Some dubbed openings, Rock the Dragon in Budokai, even made it into the game. Yeah, Rock the Dragon was excellent. That was like a full on change. Yeah, there's a lot of lost media discussion about Smart 64, Smash 64's advert. Yeah, that was a great commercial though. I don't like Rock the Dragon very much, but the influence of it and uh Faulkner's type of music in DBZ can't be measured. Yeah, but I mean, I love Rock the Dragon. It was short. And it was kind of if you actually listen to the lyrics, it kind of sounds funny, but I loved it. totally different. Like it's the definition of angry American Kirby, where it's like the original open Japanese opening for Dragon Ball. Chala Head Chala is like this really nice happy song, and then we have Rock the Dragon. Did you play the Legacy of Goku games? No, I didn't. I didn't know there were those were there. Legacy of Goku. Oh, it's a Game Boy Advance game. Oh, this is interesting. So cute. I don't think I've ever heard of these games. When did these come out? 2002. Oh. I have to subtly. Legacy of Goku games play like the mana games. The first one is awful. Skip it. Second and third are great. Oh yeah, add the stuff to the list. Well, here's the list. Legacy of Goku. If you missed Legacy of Goku, you probably only played console DB games then. I'm not sure if I played really any DB games. I played like online DB games, the Dragon Ball Z games. Um, that's weird. Like to think about it, like I love Dragon Ball Z so much, I didn't get any of the games. I remember there was like a rock paper scissors esque like flash game where you would like choose the position you were going to, and then choose your attack. And if you both went to the same position, you would do that like you just punch each other and then like go back to where you went before. I can't remember what the game was. I played that forever. Um, Legacy of Goku series is relevant as Yinnis Brown, the composer, rearranged most of the Funimation soundtrack really well for the games. I can't stand the songs in the anime due to their use. Hmm. Legacy, no worries. I played a lot of licensed games. Fortunately, most of my picks were good from the PS2 onwards, and emulation hard carried me on the Game Boy Advance. Yeah, I was I guess I basically completely missed the PS2 up until like maybe even college, maybe a little before college. That's when I played Devil May Cry. I remember, and Kingdom Hearts. Um, no, it wasn't college. It was in high school. I have an Ocean dub bias, but I had a long time for Funimation to grow on me. I was like, whoa, English, and this isn't my dub. Ocean dub, but I remember for me like the dub that stands out for me is a Yu-Gi-Oh dub. For 4Kids, because it was so great even now. Like all the voices were like perfectly cast. Um, and generally the voice acting was good. Like it wasn't really that awkward. Dan Green is excellent, just in general. That was like the perfect voice for Pharaoh, Pharaoh Yugi. And I guess he does both. He actually does both voices, but it was it's just so like different. Dan Guillen is really good, yeah. I don't know what else he's been in. Let me see what else he's actually done. He did a lot of work beforehand. Oh, he plays Knuckles the Echidna in Sonic X and the games. Oh wow. Yu-Gi-Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh man, he's in a lot. Oh my god, he's in so many. Never mind. Uh, Plays in Shaman Riders too. I do care about voices, but over time I'm more interested in script accuracy, conveyance. Yeah, I mean, I guess yeah. Over time, it's been like it's just gotten so different. Honestly, I guess because we like have more access to um. Well, no, it's more like we have access to what was already trying to say, and also we've seen how it's been changed so much. Yeah, 4Kids took over Sonic X, then Sonic games from Shadow of the Hedgehog onwards. Okay. I think like once you see like how much has been changed, like you're kind of I kind of feel like I've missed out on stuff because the Yu-Gi-Oh dub was completely changed straight up. Um, a lot of conversations just didn't happen. There's a lot of characters in Shaman King, Revolutionary Girl, Utena. Oh, and Code Geass. Who's this guy? So he's in like a lot of stuff. I go back and forth on thinking whether the first Sonic voice overcast or 4Kids dub are my favorite. Dan Green was replaced by Sonic Free Riders, Sonic Gens onwards. Oh, okay. I'm gonna listen to this Knuckles voice because I probably played it. Yeah, I remember Sonic X's opening. Kirby Right Back at You was pretty fun too. I loved friggin' DDD's insane southern accent. I remember that. Oh wow, he sounds totally different as Knuckles. He isn't the Sonic Adventure 2 Battle Knuckles. That's Scott Dreyer or something. Yeah, I'm watching the Sonic X stuff. And yeah, his Knuckles voice just doesn't sound anything like his other voices. Or at least any I've heard of. So yeah, I guess that makes sense. I didn't recognize him. I did watch Sonic X quite a bit. Kirby Right Back at You needs to make a comeback. Yeah. They should at least like have they ever brought back those characters, those other characters, like the people in a video game? I don't think so. Yeah, I completely forgot about the other characters. The Tiff and the like from the anime, not yet, but maybe Air Riders is time. Yeah, that I mean, they should be like people you should like. They should be one of the writers. They've kind of just completely forgot about them and just made everything waddle dee waddle doo. Uh, his little DDD's lackey as well, Escargot, I think his name is. He also hasn't shown up. I don't think. I understand there's a link between OG Air Ride and Right Back at You. Oh, that's cool. I should probably let's see. Was that the first time he used Popstar to like race around stuff in Right Back at You? That might have been like instead of just grabbing on and teleporting somewhere, he like actually uses it to fly. Uh, I think the link is the release date and also that the anime shares music with the game. Not sure if anything else. Oh, okay. really. I should really at least concentrate some. I'd like to hear more about how Sakurai does merchandising, even if that's a bit out there for a video topic. Yeah, I mean Kirby is the most marketable plush imaginable. He's like second to maybe Pikachu. Just a circle with a bunch of other circles on him. I wonder how much that matters to people at Nintendo, whether like it'll be like a merchandisable character. Because I don't think I hear anything about arms at all. Splatoon, the Splatoon character, I guess they're just more popular, Splatoon characters. I've seen some merchandise for them. 'Cause I figured like all the clothes that are in Splatoon, you should be able to buy them, I think. They should put out a clothing line for that. Splatoon gear in real life. Okay, yeah. Okay. This should be a bit lighter, shouldn't it? I should get more texture in. This is an alright texture. Come on. I need to just put more textures in. I think most publishers care selectively. Nintendo have published Splatoon, which is super merchandisable, ARMS, which is more limited, Dr. Kawashima, which didn't even release the last game in America. Was Dr. Kawashima the Brain Age one? Or is that something else? Yeah, Brain Training, right, yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's made based on a real guy. Neuroscientist. They also made visual novels like Famicom Detective, only recently worldwide, and Bond. It has artists of One Punch Man. Who's Bond? Nintendo? No, that's a different one. I'm only ever gonna get James Bond. I'll just look up Nintendo games. There we go. Fortunately, they don't go full Pokemon Company on all their games, or they would have a lot of closed studios. Right. I mean, it seems like a lot of the games are just made when. I guess it depends on the director. Um, you just hear about Miyamoto being like really like he wants to release like a game, a mainline game when like there's something new about it. I remember he told what's his name, Aonuma, like if you're gonna make if you want to make a Zelda game, you just work on Zelda, like because when he came to him with something, when he came to him with a Zelda like game. Oh, Buddy Mission Bond. Okay, never heard of this. Came out 2021. Search, yeah, Yusuke. Okay, oh, Yusuke Murata. He drew it. That's interesting. Yeah, okay, I can see it. Yeah, I found it. Found it. Miyamoto wakes up and makes gardening a 5-game series because he feels like it. Yeah, that is something. But he has a hobby, and he's like, everyone's gonna know about this now. This is really. I mean, obviously it's good art. It's big Yusuke Murata. Bond has a demo, but obviously visual novels in Japanese have a higher language variant than most games. I'll make the time later. Right. It's only Japanese only. I guess it's gonna be on the Switch. It's not gonna. I was gonna look up on Steam. I noodle a lot when I paint. I think this is better. Like Decayed. There's a lot of different colors that thing fades into. And pits and stuff, so Uh, Speaking of Nintendo games on Steam, Nintendo have let go of the rights on one occasion, The Wonderful 101. I own it on most things but PS4. They let go of Wonderful 101, that's surprising. They let go of anything, that's surprising. Man. Oh, it came out for the Switch 2 remastered, right? I remember that. Wonder if it could happen with Astral Chain or Bloodborne one day. Astral Chain, that was a unique little game. Sorry. Bloodborne. I don't like. Sony doesn't like Bloodborne, right? I think Sony owns it right now, so maybe like they're fine with letting it go to other people. But is Bloodborne on the Switch? Oh no, no, it was a Switch 2 exclusive. Sorry, I'm wrong. I assume Platinum Games bought it, the 101 back, or had a contract which allowed it to go free after a certain window, right? Do you know if actually Banjo Kazooie, the original, I think that's just owned by Nintendo. Sony don't like anything with Bloodborne, but they also like farming engagement from not porting it to PC or making a 60 FPS version. Yeah, they just love like God, which is well, I guess like I was gonna ask like it's like Silk Song, but I guess Silk Song is actually coming out, so now Bloodborne just likes to they like to just mess with people now. Dude, that has like a stone look right now. Banjo Kazooie belongs to Rare, and hence it belongs to anyone who owns Rare. Nintendo have no relationship to it, but Rare seems to like Nintendo's skill. Do you know Rare? We're still making GBA. We're still making GBA and DS games. I didn't know. I remember Rare had like one game on the Xbox, which is kind of disappointing, like the original Xbox or the 360. And then like I just never heard of them. Oh yeah, Nuts and Bolts, and I think I never heard from them again. Did they make Nuts and Bolts? Oof. I don't know they made any more games. Battletoads. Okay, they also made Battletoads. Viva Pinata. Donkey Kong Country 3 for the Game Boy Advance. That's surprising. Perfect Dark Zero, right. Cameo. This might have been the disappointing one. Diddy Kong Racing, they've been like, they do work for. There's nuts and bolts. Oh man, then there were Connect, Killer Instinct. Oh, they're uncredited. Sea of Thieves. They worked on that. And then 2020's Battletoads, right? Rare made Banjo-Kazooie's Grunty's Revenge in 2003 for GBA. Banjo Pilot in 2005 and 2006 Diddy Kong Racing DS. Grunty's Revenge. Oh, here it is. I don't remember these games. Wow. Diddy Kong Racing. I didn't know they actually made Diddy Kong Racing either. And yeah, they made it for the DS. That's interesting. Killer Instinct. I think they, under the supervision of a guy from Rare. Okay, I see. Everwild was in development for 2014 and was canceled this year. Oh my god, 2014. What the hell? Everwild. What was that gonna be? Oh, that looks really nice. It was canceled though. It's terrible. Oh, the layoffs from Microsoft. Okay, Rare have almost as many canceled games as developed ones. I mean, yeah, this list is pretty long. They have like all the way back from when they were started, like 1984. They canceled the game. Jetpack. They have this documented. Oh, Killer Instinct 2? Oh, this is the 96 one. Okay. Cameo 2. Yeah, makes sense. Oh, did they also get the new Perfect Dark? They aren't making the new Perfect Dark though. And that was canceled as well. Yeah, this was canceled as well. I don't think they were making it. I think I only really know them from the Donkey Kong Country games and the Banjo-Kazooie games. Beyond that kind of fade into some obscurity. Did you play the GBA games? How are they? I mainly know Rare from N64 games, GoldenEye, Perfect Dark, Diddy Kong Racing. Actually, never even tried the GBA games, but I knew they existed. You sent, yeah, same here. Oh, yeah, they also made GoldenEye. That's right, I played GoldenEye. That was fun. You know, I never played Diddy Kong Racing, but apparently it's like this amazing experience. Like it was like, no, was it Diddy Kong Racing or Crash Team Racing? One of them was like the true evolution of the genre. You know, I don't know which one it was. The Mario Kart kind of stayed where it was at, and these things were actually like being really creative. Might have been Crash Team Racing. It doesn't look like a lot of people tried them, as I've never seen someone even acknowledge their existence, and people acknowledge especially bad or good games usually. Yeah, I guess they were just kind of mediocre or forgettable. I think both Crash Team Racing and Diddy Kong have merits, but CTR looks more like Mario Kart. Yeah, I remember the Diddy Kong Racing had like the the planes and stuff, right? In Sakurai's words, it is Mario Kart. That was such a that's a ballsy thing to say, but I mean it's honest, I guess. Like he is just a developer, but I mean he super expanded the city trial mode, so clearly he gets what's going on. I think there's a lot of console bias, so no one of the rare GBA games, so one of the rare GBA games may be a hidden gem. Yeah, yeah, those like mediocre games, like the critics say they're mediocre, but it's starting to look more like stone here. This there's like the patterning on the cracks looks really dumb. So I'm gonna warm it up like an actual. What was your favorite Donkey Kong Country game? I like the I said I like the Donkey Kong Returns games. So the One Piece GBA game from 2005 has a slow start and 76 on Metacritic, but I think it's a hidden gem. Yeah. Actually, what is? What we talked about Metal Arms last time. I want to see what Metal Arms was rated. Might not have one actually. 82. All right, that's good, but it should be higher. Come on. 3. Wow. There's a 2017 review as a 3. Jeez. I've never finished a DKC game actually, so I can't comment on my favorite DKC. But yeah, I've only ever played really ever played the Returns ones. I played some of the some Donkey Kong Country. I remember the show. The show was pretty fun. I barely remember the show though. I don't like. I think there was a little meme on Twitter with the music. But like I don't remember the songs at all. So I like barely remember that show. Astro Boy Omega Factor is 85 on Metacritic. Oh wait, I know that game. I think it may be better than that. Astro Boy Omega was like this really cool GBA game, right? Yeah. Yeah, I remember this. I think it was like because I would watch X play a lot, and they like play all these licensed games. They're like this stereotype licensed games are all terrible, and then this game came out. I remember the review of this. Dragon Ball Advance Adventure is 75 on Metacritic, but it is my favorite game on the GBA. Way better than that. Okay. Let's see. Dragon Ball Advance Adventure. Oh, wow, I never heard of this game either. That's cute though. It's a very good art style. That's very cute. Yeah, critics don't. There's oh, that's weird. X-Play did some licensed games dirty. I remember what they did to Naruto Clash of Ninja. Didn't even call it by the right title or show the right game. Yeah, they were also like really racist to like Japanese games at one point. Like at some point they were just like really tired of them, and they got kind of mean. I remember there was like a clip floating around of the attitude at the time, um, when I think Yoshi P talked about it. Like he felt it from the West, so I don't have a lot of kind words for Adam Sessler. I'll say quiet for like, yeah. I mean, he doesn't have kind words for anyone anymore. Like, he really burned the bridge. But, you know. What can you do? He was just a host. It is kind of sad. I think G4 is kind of gone now, right? They were trying to reboot it, but it was all it just came just left as well. Yeah, second closure. Yeah. I guess the new era of game journalism that was like online and then like clickbaity online stuff that BuzzFeed made, and then YouTube just became the place everyone went. So that it changed really fast, and a lot of people couldn't keep up. I remember the only reason like IGN is still like around that well is because they spam YouTube, right? They spam YouTube videos every day. That was their strategy, and it worked, or it's working at least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. There are over 40 videos, well over 40 videos, 5 hours ago. It's trailers, announcements, everything. Out of games with arcade DNA, shmups usually just get a 7 and get called coin matches, but fighting games get called roster updates and get a 6. Right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I really don't like ratings for fighting games in general, especially when people talk about like balance and stuff. You can tell they don't care, yeah. Especially for stuff like balance. It's just like you probably don't really know that much about these games, so it's really hard to trust trust the outlets for stuff on fighting games. Really, anything that takes a lot of time to get going, it's hard to trust like a one guy or one reviewer. You can tell. Yeah, you can tell. Okay. Hey, Grainfish, how are you doing? I'm still drawing some stuff. Just drawing the um. This is a screenshot from the game. I am from my platform fighter, and I'm redrawing it as how I want the final game to look. So right now I'm working on detailing this part of the guy, the statue. It's supposed to be like this old decayed monastery. So that's what I'm doing here. We were also talking about game reviews. Do you have any hidden gems that you know of? That like hidden gems, video games like that no one really talks about anymore? Mine's gonna be Metal Arms Glitch in the System. Last Gogeta's got a lot of them, especially Dragon Ball Z games. So, let's see. I think I'll stick around for a little while longer. Up until I'll say 4:30, and then I'll stop the stream. Uh, so the thing is, like, there's a lot of texture here, but I want to make sure there's not much texture around here, so that because this has to be it has to be very clear that this is a platform. So this area is being pushed back, so I have to make sure not to mess with that. I think I'm trying to think of, like, because I played a like half decent game. It was called like I Ninja. It was a very strange, like, it wasn't this very polished game. I think it's like mediocre, and it kind of deserves to be mediocre. It's not particularly great. It wasn't bad. What was the reception for I Ninja? Okay, yeah, it was okay. Yeah, this is generally favorable. Yeah, it was like that. It was okay. I wouldn't call it a hidden gem though. I think I 100% of that game actually. Very strange that I would do something like on such a random game. I'm not a 100%er though. I do not like 100% in games. Have you guys ever 100%ed anything? I think Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 I got. iNinja had a successor, I think. I remember renting the first one but getting lost. I had a sequel? That is surprising. iNinja? iNinja sequel. Or I just don't see iNinja. iNinja. A Game Boy Advance version was announced but canceled development. Sequel. Oh, it was a thing, but not anymore. Argonaut Games. Yeah, okay, yeah, sure. What is this? I maybe think of something else, but definitely rented iNinja. I remember playing it for a little while. Or like I remember playing it for a long time, but like I didn't like go back to it over and over. I do remember. Okay, I'm looking to get a video of it. I remember. I remember a lot of this. You 100%ed Smash 3DS? My God. How do you, like all the trophies and stuff? Um, 3DS. I can't imagine doing that. That's crazy. Your female character designs are interesting to say the least. Thank you. I like them too. Dude, like 100%ing a Smash game must be like wild. I'm also making like a little pixel thing if you want to, like, for this character. Let me see. If you love Smash Run enough, you'll 100% Smash 3DS. Okay, yeah, makes sense. What was I looking for? Oh, I guess this. Where's the character design for this game? There was this one. This is more like a canceled one, but this is what a different version of this character, like an older version. I was gonna make like fully painted textures, but now this character's changed significantly. Closer to this now. I'm still like working on it, so I'm not getting like enough. It's just not there yet, you know. It doesn't have that. This is a good start, but it doesn't have the art direction yet. So it's like this character. Because like if you look at these two, I think that's the only Smash I completely did, but Brawl may be up there as I had only one save file since 2008. Man, I didn't even 100% Brawl. I could not handle doing all that. Looks cool. Thanks, Grainfish. Yeah, so this character doesn't have quite the this character doesn't have quite the presence of this character. She has more of like a presence on screen. It's like much bigger, whereas this is very thin. So I'll have to fix that. But yeah, I think I never finished Brawl. I remember that giant wall of trophies, right? Or like the things you can use a hammer for. I was like, man, that's too big. I'm good. I'm never doing that. Maybe I'll do it now. I don't know. Maybe like I have some time now. So the texture here should be smaller still. This texture brush. And typically texture is going to be where like the light turns away. It's called a raking light. And that's where most of your texture is going to be. And then you really can, color it in, not color it in, but like do the texture work there. You don't want to throw it everywhere. So I'll just, the old design looks more menacing. Yeah, that's a big problem. Like this looks like what I want it to look like. It's just that she looks too like she's from feudal era Japan instead of like she's supposed to be from the future, like 100 years into our future. It's just supposed to look like the past. So I'm gonna have to like find a way to make her a little more interesting. We'll see though. Like especially like the shoulders, like this area makes her look like it looks really big. So we'll find a way. We'll find a way to do it. I might add like a cape, like a little cape back here. Who knows? We'll get to it. The game's in development, so I can figure it out. What's the most like? I don't think I even 100% in Mario Odyssey. I still have two moons left to go, but it's like the annoying ones, so I don't do them like the 100 jump ropes or that painting, the one where you have to match it perfectly, but you can't see the painting. do not enjoy that. I was like, I'll just do that later, and then I never did it. So we're getting somewhere. The texture's coming here. I have to bring that texture down through here as well. I'm also trying to redesign the VFX. Like this is a version of the VFX, and then I can just do other ones. So we'll see. Also, let me add some. You want to change the silhouette a lot too. I only did a single playthrough to credits for Odyssey so far. I'm sure I'll like the rest when I get to it. Man, Odyssey is pretty. It grew on me. It definitely grew on me. It took a while, but it did grow on me. Because Galaxy was so just amazing, amazing game. I probably only completely done Mario 64 DS and Galaxy 1 as far as Mario games. Mario 64 DS and Galaxy 1, yeah. I never. Man, I don't think I never finished Mario 64. Oh my god, I think I got like. It was like a shared file, so I think we got to like 107. I can't remember. It's been so long since I even looked at it. I should really get that done. That's probably something I should do. Dragon Ball game wise, I probably fully completed most of the GBA, DS, and PS2 Wii games I played. Oh man. You know, have you ever did you ever like finish what's it called? The Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom? There's like speed runs, quote unquote. I think they're like 32 hours. 100% TOTK speed run. I want to see what they are. 33 hours. There's got to be like, you know, you could. It's not like single segment. There's got to be like patched into different segments. Any 100%. One day. Oh wait, what the hell? The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. I want to learn how to the speedrun tech in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, but don't want to do all the quests for either game. Yeah, I was actually kind of disappointed with the Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. I don't like them very much. Well, these are like 1 day, 4 hours. Switch to none, right? Yeah, I was for Breath of the Wild, I think I did all the quests. Tears of the Kingdoms, I stopped after getting the ending, and I'm satisfied. Yeah, it was kind of I didn't like them either one, so it was all different for me. But I think I got all the shrines because I wanted what you got at the end for Breath of the Wild. But then Tears of the Kingdom also has an interesting thing at the end after all the shrines. I meant I only want to do all quests, not all season upgrades. Yeah, seed. God, this. Who gets all the seeds? Like, that's crazy. If you're actually gonna sit there and get every little Korok seed. But I guess that's what speedrunners do. So. I remember in Tears of the Kingdom, I did like the idea that all the light routes connected to all the shrines, even though they didn't do anything with it. But it made it easier to find all the shrines in on the ground at least. I don't think that affects the air. Drawn more Buddha statues. Breath of the Wild DLC and Tears of the Kingdom added easier ways to track seeds, but still not interesting for now. Yeah, they just it's a fun to like when you come across them, but like looking for them is it's terrible. They do have really good level design. It's hard to explain it, but like they're very good at like making it clear where a Korok seed is, just making it conspicuous, even though it's just like a tree. Okay. I think. I don't think I've ever speedrun games. You know what I do? I like looking at speedruns. What is your favorite speedrun tech? Wave dashing and bomb launching Breath of the Wild are two of my favorite. I like uh I don't like tech is weird. I like the Hess from what's it called? Hess from Ocarina of Time. Because I think I actually try to do that. I like the bomb hover is also good from that game. In Doom, the Doom remakes, there's a way to like fly up like 1,000,000 feet. If you can mess with the frame, the FPS, or you can use the uh, mouse wheel, like the weapon wheel. It will slow down the game, and then when you come out of slowdown, you can do something to like launch yourself. Same thing in Breath of the Wild, like where the slowdown happens and you go back to main game, then there's a glitch. I haven't finished Decline Drops, but used it to beat the developer time for some early stages. Yeah, those 2D games, like what was the other one? Pizza Time also. I don't know any techniques for Pizza Time, but I like the speed runs. A lot of for me like speed runs that are good is like typically don't use uh that many glitches. Like I think for Mario 64, I just like I love those speed runs because they're like no, there's not that many glitches in it aside from backward long jumping. But a lot of the time you're just like 120 star, you just have to collect them all really fast. Mario Odyssey is the same way, actually. You really just have to interact with the mechanics of the movement most of the time. Okay, I should probably stop working off that. I should start working here. So like water is gonna be falling into here, so it's gonna be coming down. Like it gets caught in there and then coming down and staining it, basically. Will you be making all the music for the game yourself, or will you be paying someone to make all the music? I can do a bit of both. Uh, I made the two songs to Aces Under the Moonlight. I made them including this background music. Um, but yeah, it is my weakest point. So maybe it should be there. It should just be here. Yeah, I prefer no major glitches in speedrunning. If I'm watching a Sonic speedrun and you are exploiting pauses to clip through half the stage or off screen for most of it, I'm not very interested. Yeah. Um yeah, the freaking Knuckles pausing thing where he can just fly off. Yeah, that's it just gets boring. I like the very intricate ones, especially in like the GDQ ones because they explain it and it's really wild that they figured out all of this stuff. I like there's the 8 hour Final Fantasy VII speed run, which was crazy at GDQ. I love that. I did love that one. That was excellent. There was so much to that. And they explained it really well. I think I'm trying to think of like another like excellent speed run. I just keep thinking of Siglemic's Mario 64 speed runs. Uh Bayleaf's Mario Odyssey speed run. Specifically, I like that those weird glitches exist, but prefer things that are high skill or interesting minor tricks. Right, and also like I try to put them in when I play those games, especially the old games. I like to use speedrun tactics, just, or try to use speedrun tactics. I fail completely all the time. I think the only one I can do consistently is freaking backwards long jumping. I like to the FF7 speedrun, but need to finish that game first, right? Because they do explain literally everything. Adding more detail to the texture. Same place, the raking light area. This is actually also going to be different in the main game because the camera's going to be like zoomed out way farther, or like the full stage is way farther, way bigger. Okay, let me see what the damage is. Yeah. All right. This is where we started, and frankly, did not end that differently. Eh. Ended. Started. Ended. Okay, so the difference is the Buddha's arm. Uh, have you have you played Kirby in the Forgotten Land? It has high jump hammer glitch, which seems to be frame perfect, but it's fun to do at any level of play without breaking the game. Where does that Switch 2 version patch it? Oh, I should play. I should try the Forgotten Land high jump hammer glitch, which seems to be. Okay. Yeah, I'll look that up. Let me just write that down on the list. Um, Kirby Forgotten high jump hammer glitch. I feel like I forget these a lot, so I'm writing them down now. I did see this. The Switch 2 version has like the DLC was actually significant, so I think that should be something. Um, I was thinking of looking through it. Yeah. I wrote about the glitch in my guide. Actually, yeah, I should. I'll look it up then. Or Kirby Forgotten Land. Giant Bomb Guide. It was on Giant Bomb? Oh, here. I hear a lot of people calling it DLC, but it isn't coming to the Switch one, it so isn't it just an enhanced version? Yeah, I guess. My guide is on Game of Figures. Okay, I see it. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I guess it would be just an enhanced version. This is not DLC, right? It's not coming to anything else here, right? High jump hammer. Oh, this is extensive. Hammer high jump. Um, I do lists on Giant Bomb and guides on Game FAQs. I see. Okay. Yeah. Okay. There's hammer high jump. As a version 1.0 of the game, you can launch high into the sky, almost like the classic high jump copy ability. If you perform a float, wait till Kirby is tired and hold the jump button when Kirby bounces with his hammer slam. If it's too late or too early, it won't work, but to get you to high places. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, okay, I says frame per the why it might be frame perfect. Yeah, my buddy mission too. Okay, but I think that's it for today. Um, Tomorrow will be a free day, so I might be working on the comic. Might be working on one of these again. We'll see. Finishing up one of these, but I should add a video for the glitch. But you'll be able to search it. Also, the game never got patched. Version 1.0 is forever. I mean, when you made a perfect game, you know what I mean? Like, why change it? Forgotten Land was excellent. I loved it. They really like knocked it out of the park the first time with that game. I believe so. But yeah, I will. Oh, hang on. So I'll see y'all tomorrow, same time, 1 p.m. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. And thanks for talking so much. And Last Gogeta, thanks for coming like every stream. That really helps.